So I wanted to do an update video on my Lexus ES300h. A lot of people had asked for an update since it's been a while since I've done one. The car is now at 151,000 miles, and I finally had my first actual repair that I had to do to the car, and I'll show you that in a second. I just wanted to mention quick, this vent for the battery pack, I've had a lot of people comment on these, and you can see it's not really dirty. There's nothing to clean there. A lot of people keep saying, clean your vent, clean your vent. This is after 151,000 miles of driving. This has never been cleaned. And it's really not dirty. There's no restriction of airflow to the battery. And you can see where it's located. This is inside the door jamb. That shouldn't get dirty. That shouldn't need cleaned. But I mean, if you want to clean it, you can. I just don't think it's necessary. And there's no service for it from Lexus. So it's not like they're telling you to do it. So just a sidebar, because a lot of people had mentioned that. And I don't think it's necessary. But up to the individual. So there's my mileage, 151,000. And we're coming out of winter. I'm finally starting to see some better fuel mileage. It was down to about 33 during the winter, and I think that's when I started seeing a lot of those comments about the cleaning that filter, people thinking that was a way to get better mileage perhaps. But you know, in the Northeast where I live, they put an additive in the fuel here, so in the winter, so your mileage is always a little bit lower because it just doesn't burn as well as the gasoline that we're getting in the summertime. So I don't think that was, why. I think that's why my fuel mileage was lower. It was because of the fuel quality, not that vent. So I wanted to show you on this before I get into the repair. These are my brake measurements on this car. It's 9/30 seconds on these brakes. These are original brakes. I don't know what kind of compound they use, but this car has never needed brakes. So I just thought that was pretty amazing because, it's so uncommon. I've never had brakes on a car last as long as they have on this car, not even close. So here's the repair. I had to replace the inner CV boot, okay? I didn't know it was leaking. It was just torn and it was leaking oil. I didn't know it was leaking until after they got the car in. I just had it in for an inspection and for a state inspection. And they said it was torn, it needed replaced. And rather than pull the car out and have an independent shop look at it, because I don't have to have Lexus service this car at this point, it's not under warranty. I had them do the work. They're OEM parts, so they're warranted. The work is warranted. The techs know what they're doing because they're trained by Lexus. So I went ahead and paid it. There was my labor charge. Okay, so it was $554 in labor, which was not cheap. That was about 3 hours of labor. The parts were $149, probably also not cheap for what it was. It was just a rubber boot, but again, I probably could have saved money by pulling the car out, but I just had Lexus do it because it would have been a major hassle to do that. And I do think there are some benefits to having the Lexus dealership do the work to the car. Their labor rate's $179 an hour, so clearly there are mechanics, independents that would do it for a lot less, but not like this car has been problematic. That's the first repair I've ever had to do to the car. And that was at 150,151 miles. So pretty darn good. And I even have all the oil changes done at Lexus, to be honest. They charge me $88 to do an oil change, and they give me a free loaner car. Toyota, Honda, they're not doing that. Oil change is about the same there, and they're not giving you a loaner car. These guys wash and vacuum my car every time, and the loaner car's free. They have to give it to you. I didn't even buy the car at my Lexus dealer, and they still have to give you a loaner car anytime you request it. So try doing that at a Toyota dealership or a Honda dealership. They won't do it. Your car has to be in there for a major repair in order to get a loaner car. And then it's some crappy car that's been, hasn't been cleaned in a year. Lexus gives you a brand new car to drive, and for something with 5,000 miles on it, it's a pretty nice deal. So, and compared to, my Porsche costs $468 plus tax just for an oil change. So trust me, $88 for this car is nothing. I'll pay that happily, and that's once every 10,000 miles. So not very often. So anyway, just wanted to do a quick update. I finally had a repair in the car. That was an $800 bill in total with the inspection. But how can I possibly complain? This car has been bulletproof. So any comments, feel free. And thanks for watching. Appreciate your viewership. And I'll do another update as soon as I've got some more miles on the car. Thanks for watching.